I'm gonna make sure that everybody out in Facebook land can see us on the event page. I'm trying to make sure my audio and doing a quick system check here before we get started.
Yeah, testing, testing,
How are we looking
testing.
on Facebook?
Which page are you broadcasting from?
Our Credit Masters page. Okay, we're looking good. Looking good. I see us. Okay, great, 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 great. Let's go back over here. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, folks, I want to welcome everybody to our first edition of the Credit Masters Show. I'm your host, Emmanuel Michael, and I'm joined with my friend, my partner, my aces, my co-host, doctor and attorney, Charles B. Irving. This guy has so many degrees, folks, I can't even remember them. So hopefully throughout the next couple of episodes, I'll be able to remember all his accolades and I can spit them off the top of my tongue like that. And then we got our other partner in crime. I don't want to say partner in crime, but we want to say this guy is the brains behind the marketing and the credit consultant business that we got, folks. This guy is a man of God. This guy is a family man. Both of these guys are family men. And so when we had an opportunity to partner, I said, you know what? I'm down. When Charles introduced me to this other gentleman, I said, you know what? I cannot allow this opportunity to pass up because we're going to be able to help so many people. And folks, I want to introduce none other than Dr. Leslie Peters, MBA. He has a lot of accolades too. So I think both of those guys together got enough letters behind their name that they can make me look good. Dr. Irvin, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about you, Emmanuel?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Mr. Peters, you there? Loud and
I
clear?
am doing amazing on a great Monday evening.
Good, good, good. So, folks, what we're going to do as we get started, we want to give you some information about who we are and what we're all about. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to this Facebook Live broadcast. My name is Emmanuel Michael, like I said, and our company, Irvin Law, you can actually go to www.irvin-law.com, or you can go to creditmasterslive.com, where you can get some more information, stay up to date to all the great things that's going to be coming down the pipeline. And when we put this opportunity about this Facebook Live together, folks, we wanted to create a situation and a scenario where we can help as many people as possible in the next 30 days. So what we agreed to do is come to you live with a Credit Masters Blitz, or with a credit blitz, where we're going to give you everything from business credit, personal credit, legal advice, business development, everything you need in order to take your business and your life to the next level, folks. We're going to help you get there. But what we want to do, like I said, just give you a little bit more background, who we are, what we do. Our focus today, our topic today in episode 1 is going to be credit matters. Credit matters. And if you know anything about credit, folks, it's one of the most important numbers in your life. You know, outside your social security number, that's the second most important number in your life is your credit score. And if you don't have a perfect credit score, you have a less than perfect credit profile, you're going to begin to see some challenges as you move forward in life. So what we're here to do is kind of educate you, coach you, and take you from A to Z, not only in your personal life, but also in business, from a business into a business development standpoint, so you can be made whole. So what we do is we challenge 100% of all the negative items on your credit report. We do that by using a law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1971. And basically that law says that these three reporting agencies, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, they must follow so many steps per item before they place anything negative on your credit report. So anything that's negative, inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete can come off by using this law and using our program. And because we use the law, once it's off permanently. You don't have to worry about it popping back on there again. We customize all your disputes for you and your investigations, and we make sure these folks follow the law and do their job. Now, we're going to go a little bit more in depth of what we do with credit restoration, but I'm going to pass it off to my partner, Mr. Leslie Peters, because he got some things he wanted to discuss pertaining to credit. He's the guy. I'm trying to see what is this? You're a certified member of the Credit Consultants Association. Explain to me what that is, Mr. Peters.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, E. Board certified by the Credit Consultants Association, which is an association that doesn't do anything but educate and certify individuals that work in this industry. They don't sell any additional product, they don't sell any software. They focus right here. So you have to go through intense training, and then you have to pass a certification exam, board certification exam, to make sure you understand and know how to use and leverage that law you talked about, which is we commonly refer to by the acronym as the FCRA, but Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is the Bible of what we do here. So uh, that's a fancy name for it, but I guess the bottom line is I've spent enough time digging through the details of the boring stuff so that we can get your credit cleaned up at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we got Attorney Charles Irvin for those tough things that sometimes, I've been in the industry a little while, Dr. Peters, and sometimes you get some collection agencies or you get some businesses that don't want to follow the law. So you got to bring in some heavy guns, somebody can bring in them heavy guns. And so
Right.
Dr. Irvin, Attorney Irvin is that big gun that we like to bring in. He got folks, he's quiet, he looks real quiet, he's meek, but he is a beast in the courtroom. So if you got any issues and problems, anything outside of consumer debt, criminal, family, that's the man to talk to. He can help you out with that. And we just honored to be a part of his organization, be a part of what he's doing here, and his vision for helping individuals take their lives to the next level. So, Mr. Irvin, let's tell us a little bit about yourself. Why you guys started to go this route and helping individuals with consumer debt issues with credit.
Sure. Thank you for that introduction. I don't know. I don't know that I'm quite all of that, but what I saw in the community was a need, and that need started with us working with younger kids through another organization, a nonprofit that, I saw how credit affects the way they live. I
Mm-hmm.
saw how in my hometown of Columbia, Mississippi, um, we just came up on the 10 worst cities in Mississippi. And a lot of that is due to people's circumstance, not understanding how to build wealth and trying to get the community off the cycle of just being consumers and understanding how to build. And so when I started trying to build out my team, I wanted to find out who had like mind as far as not wanting to overcharge, but actually provide a service to the community that would help build. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
where I started. And that's where Leslie and I started building out. And then you come along as another guru, and it's continuing to pick up momentum. So I'm happy with where we are. I feel like there's plenty of work that needs to be done, and we're here to do it and help people unlock their credits so that they can build their families and communities, and we can have a cycle of wealth.
Great, great, great. Man, that's amazing, man. And like I said, I'm just honored to be with you guys and be able to help participate in helping you with your goal and your vision for the company to help individuals in those situations. Now, folks, what we want to tell you is you heard Mr. Irvin mention Mississippi. We're all from Mississippi. However, we pretty much I like to say we're gonna dominate I-20. Going to dominate I-20 because Charles Attorney Irvin there, he's in Jackson, Mississippi. Mr. Leslie Peters, I like to call him Pete. I'm trying to stop from saying that, but I like to call
That's
him Pete.
fine.
But Mr. Peters, he's actually in Dallas, Texas, one of my old stomping grounds, and I'm actually in Atlanta, Georgia. So we know that definitely that demographic of the country there, it's a lot of people that they see the big vision, they see the stars, they see the people with the money. However, like you said, due to circumstances, they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to build wealth. And I can speak from living in Dallas. I can speak from living in Atlanta. Those are corporate cities where a lot of people that come in, they're not from those areas. They come in, they work, and they got a plan. They've got some degrees, some letters behind their names too, and they able to They're able to live that American dream, However, oftentimes it's, people that may be from there, or it may be people who wasn't as privileged. And it seems like oftentimes we get left behind. And you mentioned one thing, Dr. Irvin, about price. It's very, very important, because I've ran into it out here. I know you guys ran into it in your backyard, where people charge $1,000, $2,000. I even know I even ran into a guy that charged $5,000 to do the work you guys do. And it just blows my mind. Matter of fact, he's not even doing the work you guys do. He's just doing credit repair. And Mr. Peters, what I want to do, let's touch a little bit on that. The
Yeah.
difference between credit repair and credit restoration.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I do want to touch on that. And first thing I want to say is everybody needs to realize we understand that life happens to us all. And what I tell people is that 3-digit score, your score doesn't have to hurt you forever. There's another path you can take, and we can help you right here. The biggest thing, the reason why we call it restoration, first let me explain the difference. Credit repair is you come in, you pay me, I repair your credit, I send you on your way. 6 months later, you come back, you've done the same thing again, I repair your credit again, you pay me, and I send you on your way. 6 months later, we do the cycle. So what am I really teaching you? How am I really helping you? If you just repeating the same thing coming back, I can continue to bill you and make money, and yet you continue doing the same thing. I'm not helping your family. I'm not helping you build wealth. I'm not helping you transition into a better life. So that's why we do credit restoration. Number one, the first thing we're going to do is educate you on how credit works. It is more to credit than just paying your bills on time, believe it or not. So we're going to educate you. Number two, we're going to provide you with the tools for you to see exactly how you're utilizing your money, exactly where it's going, and exactly how to understand credit utilization, giving you the tools and worksheets in your secure portal where you can manage and see where you are at all times, and we can watch and help you track and keep you on track. And then the third thing we're going to do is change your behavior. So now we repaired your credit, we've educated you, and we've changed your behavior. Because you understand it now, you handle things differently. So I want to see you in a month later. I want to see you 2 months later. I just don't want to see you as a customer. I want to see you bringing people to us so that we can help them the same way we help you. That's the difference. So we're really about restoring. I do want to add one more comment, and I credit Charles with this. We sat down and talked about price at length, and literally it was very intense discussion, and I thought we would come to blows at one point because he was adamant that we are going to be different. We're not going to charge the market rate. We're going to charge a living rate. We are the affordable solution for the everyday working person to fix their credit so they can change their lives as well. So what we're saying, we've leveled the playing field. You have the same opportunity somebody has that has a lot of means. You have that same opportunity right now, right here with Urban Law at a price that you can work into your budget that's affordable, and we're going to get you back on track.
And that you said something that just spoke out to me, Pete. You talked about behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have being in this industry 13 years, what I come to realize is most people don't have a credit problem. Most people have a behavior problem.
Absolutely.
And that behavior problem is what oftentimes, we misconstrue it as credit issues. Now, we do have some people that, they don't know any better. But I've had clients that have come to me, 2-3 times, maybe not the next year, but 2-3 years down the line. And I'm like, hey, man, I'll take your money, but I don't want you coming back like that. We should have, let's go back through this process again, because you actually didn't pass that grade.
Right.
You passed that grade.
And I think that's the key, right? Is I want to see you back, but I want to see you back bringing other people to get the help that you received. But if you're coming back and you've done the same thing, I failed you somewhere because the lesson did not transcend. And so that's what we're built on, that model. And I like to refer to the attorney over there as I'm the bear of credit. I'm the nice guy. You want to get to me, I'm gonna help you repair it. And then when the bureaus don't want to act right and the creditors don't want to act right, we bring the hammer in and we let them knock them out. So we got the full arsenal here. But the whole goal is all that power, all that manpower, and the guru over there, modest as he is, and Emmanuel is really just the equal of a guru, if not more. and he tackles the whole business credit aspect and what we do there. So, I mean, really, to have the team you have that's committed to helping people is unbelievable. So I'm just happy to be a part. I'm doing amazing work like this. It really transcends people's lives. What we do is help you get to the result you want. So if it's that house that you've been wanting to have, and you've been wanting to stop being a renter and go to a buyer, we want to get you there. I want to be there when you take a picture and walk in your house the first day. If it's the car that you've been dreaming about, let's get you on the path so you can actually have that. So those are the things that drive me every day to put in hours to go head to head with these creditors and the bureaus on the everyday people's behalf.
Now, we want, hey, folks, those of you who are tuning in right now, we want you to put your questions in the chat. We're live on Facebook. If you're looking at this video as a recording, you still can inbox us at Credit Masters Live on Facebook. You can go to creditmasterslive.com, put your information in, submit your email address. We get in contact with you. You can actually go to irvin-law.com as well and book a consultation right there from the attorney's page. And, someone be in contact with you in less than 24 hours to help you out with all your needs and questions that you may have. But what we want to do, guys, we want to encourage you to ask questions, because we don't want to just get on this live and get to rambling and talking about a bunch of stuff that we think you want to know. We want to ask you guys, the market, our clients, our potential clients, people that have the questions, people that are in the trenches every single day. We want to ask you what it is that you want to know most about credit. Now, Attorney Irvin, I want to talk to you about a question that came up to me the other day, which are collection agency. I got a guy, he actually met with me on Saturday. He had a collection agency pull a junk debt out of the garbage can from about 7 years ago. And they started sending letters saying that you owe us this money, you owe us this money. So they've been going back and forth. He sent out debt validation letters. Now, he don't have the debt validation letters that you guys have. It's a big difference. It's all kind of debt validation letters out there, but the debt validation letters that we have, folks, is not none like that on the marketplace. Not very many companies even know these tactics. Okay, so he's sending out what he pulled down offline. I tell a lot of people, yeah, you can cut your own hair, you can cut your own grass, you probably can do your own brain surgery, but you want to employ a professional when it comes down to going to court, comes down to even credit restoration or credit repair. You don't want to just have any old body just pulling stuff off the internet trying to help yourself and change your financial situation that way. Sometimes you got to invest in the things that you want. So what I want to talk to you about, ask you a question about, are these deadbeat collection agencies that are harming people out here. They don't care how much you work. They don't care how much you got saved. All they want is your money, and they're taking people to court illegally. I think it's illegally because they don't even own the debt. Now, there's several types of debt, and you can probably go into the assignments of debt and things like that, but I just want you to touch on that briefly.
Sure. Well, one thing that you said in there that I want people to be aware of right off the bat, look at the length of time that the debt has been out there, because that's a starting point. Uh, each state has their statute of limitations on debt and when they roll off, and you guys have already talked about the federal statute. So what happens in these situations is that people honestly don't know, and they're intimidated by the hurry up process. It's like in football when you're running a 2-minute offense, trying to get into the end zone. They rush you into making bad decisions. So they either get you on a payment plan that they hope that you don't pay, because their whole thing is they've bought that debt for pennies on the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
On the market. It's on the open market. It's for sale. And so they don't want you to pay, because then they can charge that part off. If you do pay, that's bonus time. So, and you're correct. You can go online and do everything that we do. You can research it. You can repair your own credit. But Leslie says something that's so profound, the difference between repair and restoration. So that plays a part in this as well, because when you come to us, you have the manpower, brain power, and experience of a law office behind you to back you. And one thing that happens when you have a bully in the schoolyard is they may try to take your money on that debt, but when you punch back, they usually pipe down. And so that's why we use the court system at that point to bring things in line, to take whatever state statutes are available and use them to the customer's benefit. Because at the end of the day, we want to make the playing field level because we know that our customers or clients may not understand the ins and outs, but Googling it is only the first layer. There may be 10 or 12 different layers depending on the type of debt, the age of the debt, the amount of the debt, what was paid in the past, whether it's third party debt that's been passed along. There's so many different wrinkles that you may not be considering when you run that Google search for how to get yourself out of that jam. And so that's why I wanted it to be one, affordable, two, efficient, and then three, I wanted it to be an open and transparent process. So if you need us, go online, set up a consultation. Let's talk it out. I'm a big believer in making the client an active participant in the process. So whether it's third party debt or some other issue that's in collections, talk to us about it.
That's
We'll
right.
have the answer, and we can lay out a strategy that works for you as an individual and not just boilerplate or something that's cut and paste from the internet.
And what I want to do is I want to pass it over to you, Leslie, because you've created an item and a package for people who want to take advantage of that process. If they're suffering from these issues, or you may be in a situation, folks, and in the next 60 days, you really need to raise your credit score. So you have a product that you put together, a package that you put together for individuals who say, hey, I need something done and I need it done right now. You
Right.
have an emergency stabilization kit. Let's talk about that emergency stabilization kit and why it's so important for people to have that in their arsenal.
Well, think about this. If you go in the hospital and you go in a trauma situation, the first thing they got to do is stabilize you, right?
Right.
And we already know it's an emergency because you go into the ER. But the first thing they got to do is stabilize you and then attack at the deepest threat of the problem. So what I've done just to show people just how committed to what we're doing, I've actually pulled together a package that would cost you significantly. And so in this package, I've given you a set of tools. Number one, I give you the legitimate legal inquiry dispute letter that we use. One of the basic, I give it to you in this package.
So you giving
Um,
it them. So you pulling the kimono back. You
I'm pulling
opening up
it
the law
back.
firm and you giving them the tools.
I'm giving them the tools.
Oh my goodness.
I'm giving it to them. And
Okay.
then I didn't stop there. I said, okay, because I realized you got the basic inquiries because I see it every day. People go shop for cars and they go to 3 or 4 dealerships and now they got 50 inquiry hits, or they go shopping and they go to 3 stores and they all got 20% off if you get a credit card and they got those inquiries. And so they
Mhm.
rack up all these inquiries. So we got a letter that's going to get those inquiries off. Secondly, I added in there a debt reduction calculator plan that actually gives you the option to show you on how to pay off your debt. If you actually put it in there, it shows you which bill to pay, how much to pay on this bill, and tells you exactly when that bill will be paid off and when the next one will be paid off. And it is a proven system to get you out of debt. All right. And then I give you that in this emergency stabilization pack. And I really should have stopped there, but you know what? I thought about what Charles said, and I said, let's make it. Let me just since I'm in a giving mood, let me give them all the things they need. So next, I said, okay, we talked about collection accounts. I gave you a dispute letter specifically for collection agencies. How about that? So you can attack those collection agencies that are harassing you right now. I gave you a letter in this stabilization kit specifically for them. And then the last thing, which is my favorite tool, and I'll talk about this because most people don't understand how the credit system works. There's more to it than just paying your bills on time. In a
Yeah.
nutshell, I had a client, paid her bills on time every month, put everything on credit card, paid it off in full every month. still couldn't get over a 500, mid 500 credit score. Couldn't understand why. All right. And the answer to that is in this thing called 30% of your credit score is tied to your credit utilization.
Right.
Two important things people don't know. Number one, most people don't know when their credit card company actually reports their monthly filings to the bureaus. I got news for you. It's not on the date of your bill, and it's not after your bill is due. It's usually before. So that means if you pay your bill off in full, if you charge your bill up to the max every month to 70% or 80% of your credit limit, you pay it off in full. Say your bill is due on the 5th, you pay it off by the 5th. If the bureau reported on the 26th of the previous month, your utilization was at 90%. You just got dinged heavily for your credit utilization rate. However, if you know when they report, you pay off by that time, and now that doesn't affect your credit and you get that 30%. So imagine taking a test, and every time you sit down and take the test, no matter what you do, the highest you can make is 70. That's what you're doing to yourself if you don't understand how the game works. I've given you that tool as well in the credit utilization worksheet that you can put all your credit cards in there, and it will tell you exactly where you are on your percentage utilization, and you know what card you need to attack to get it 30% or less, and that will significantly help your score. So the tools are there. It's up to you to use them. And then I've had people tell me, Leslie, that's too much work. No problem. That's why we're here. I do it every day, and I love this stuff.
That's amazing. When you told me that, I was just like, you giving away the whole stove, Fred. You giving away the whole stove.
Here's the thing, right? I tell people all the time, particularly if you're in the South, southern part of the country, we don't need AC to survive, but I can promise you, I'm gonna pay that light bill because I want that AC. It's a necessity for me.
I have it, baby.
So I tell people like this: what most people don't have is the time to go back and forth. The first time you dispute with the credit bureau, you're not even talking to a human. You're dealing with a system called eOscar. It's all computers. So if you and most people stop after the first dispute because they don't know where to go from there. That's why you pay a professional. That's what we do. We don't stop. We keep going. In fact, I love the challenge of it. So it excites me. It gets me out of bed every day. And I tell you, some people think I'm crazy, but literally, this stuff is intoxicating for me. And I love helping people.
And you know what's important about that eOscar system? A lot of people don't know, folks. It's all electronically stored information, And Dr. Attorney Irvin can speak on this. Myself, I'm also an e-discovery consultant, and it's all about being able to go in and extract and pull that digital data, guys. When these collection agencies have this stuff on your credit report, and they're saying that, hey, I paid for this, or we own this account and we did all this, at the end of the day, it's all done by computer system, and if you're able to get that metadata, you're able to get that digital data file when that account was created, you can pretty much show a timeline that this didn't even exist. So everything that they sending me is pretty much a lie. And that's why, folks, you want to bring in professionals like Attorney Irvin, Leslie Peters, Irvin Law, Credit Masters. That's why you want to bring professionals in to assist you with getting these things off your report, to assist you with getting it deleted permanently. We're not talking about getting some stuff deleted and pop back up in 90 days. We're talking about getting this stuff deleted, and once it's off and gone for good. Because Dr. Irvin, we got about 2-3 more minutes, but I want you to talk about what you're doing as far as, in the business sector, business development, because we talked a lot about credit, but I also don't want to get off the call without people understanding and knowing, some of the skills that you got on the table when it comes to business development and helping companies and people grow their businesses.
Sure. I believe in being proactive. And one of the things that we lack, we have great ideas. We can sit around the kitchen table all day long and bring those ideas. But if we don't put the work behind them, then they're not going to happen. So one of the things that we put together is nationwide, we do nonprofit development. We also work with for-profit companies to make sure that people understand we can help you get the nuts and bolts together so that you can focus on that vision you have. We can do everything from consults at the beginning to monthly maintenance to quarterly maintenance to training of your board members, teaching you how to. It's going to support your vision. So that's all a part of what we do. We both have, Leslie and I both have over years. I apologize for that. Somebody's trying to get through.
Oh, hey, you're a busy man.
Yeah, but we have collectively 20 years of experience working with nonprofits, helping them
Wow.
build boards, helping them develop their bylaws, helping them work with the back office accounting. We want to make sure that you have a full picture of everything that goes into it, so that then you are successful in running your business, building that vision. And we've worked with everyone from grassroots basketball to church groups, you name it. Whatever the vision may be, we can help you put the legal part, the framework in place so that you can build it out.
So you guys able to do nonprofit, you're able to do franchise agreements, anything a company need in order to grow from a business development standpoint, you're able to come in with your team and assist them in taking that to the next level. That's correct.
That's correct. I'll take it one step further too. So say you're an existing business and you're trying to figure out, what do I do next? We also offer general counsel agreements, in-house counsel, but we're not actually in the house, but we're using technology to walk you through what you need so that you can those next 5, 10, 20 steps towards, what your ultimate goal is. Everybody's goal is different, but along the way, each one of those has legal framework that they need to check off, and that's what we're here for. And we can do that nationwide.
That's amazing, man. Because what I found out, we're about out of time, but what I found out is, we're helping individuals with businesses. It goes back to, a lack of resources at time, and it may be a lack of business credit. Then they can't get to business credit because they don't have the personal credit. So, this is where it all begins. This is where it all starts, folks, on the personal credit standpoint. And like I said, our time is up, guys. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in today. We're going to be back up tomorrow at 5:15 to 5:45, as well as 6:15, 6:45 Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead, sir.
I also remind them and tell them how to get that emergency stabilization kit. I forgot to tell them about the special offer that we created for them.
I was just blown away that you was giving it away. What's the special offer? Like, I know you got a price on it. I don't know if I need to put the price out there. I'm gonna let you say it. And Attorney Irvin.
Listen. I tell you what the price is. The price is cheaper than your lunch was today. $9.99, you get the whole kit, and I mean $9.99. You can get the kit just to our Facebook Live audience. So it's just for you, and it will be, be for a limited time. But $9.99, you got all 4 pieces in the stabilization kit, the whole kit. You can take it and use it and get busy fixing your credit tonight.
Okay, so this is what we're launching for this credit blitz. We're doing a 30-day blitz, guys. So is it going to be for the entire term, or because I'm gonna have all these crazy questions, so I got to be able to answer these questions now?
It's going to be for the entire 30 days. Once this 30-day blitz is over, it's over. But for 30 days, $9.99, I'm giving you the whole kit. Attorney Irvin might have me hemmed up, but I'm going to stick to it. For 30 days, I'm going to give it to you for $9.99.
I think that's beautiful, man. I mean, part of what we set out to do is to build a community. And so
that's right.
Let's build it.
That's right, folks. And folks, we want to build it with you, but we can't do it unless you give us a call or you go to our website at www.creditmasterslive.com. Put your email address in, and then you're going to be able to choose what free gift you want. We're giving away 2 free gifts today. The first gift we're giving away is an electronic discovery debt validation letter. The second gift is we're going to give you a list of level 1 vendors For all you business owners that's trying to establish and build business credit, we're going to give you a vendors list. Okay, this is our vendors list. It's the same vendors list that I give my clients, and we're going to give it to you absolutely free for signing up to our broadcast notifications and getting on our email list, because we got specials that's going to be coming out and updates going to be coming out in the email. So we want to stay in contact with you. We want to build a relationship. We want to help you change your life, folks. With that said, we're going to get out of here. Again, we're going to recap today's message. Our company, Urban Law and Credit Masters. Again, while we're able to operate in all 50 plus states, folks, we are also members of I got to get this name now. We're members of the Certified Credit Consultants Association. Okay, the Certified Credit Consultants Association. And what we do is we assist individuals and challenge 100% of all the negative items on their credit report. We do that by using a law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1971. We do that by breaking your credit report down into 3 major categories, folks. The law says that these guys must follow so many steps per item before placing anything negative on your credit report. So we just hold them accountable. We make sure they follow the law. We assist you in all your investigations and your disputes, and make sure these folks follow the law and do their job. We break the credit report down into 3 major categories. We got public records, collections, and trade lines. We're going to go into that tomorrow, as well as we did not talk about costs, because we're running a special this week as well on the cost, and all you have to do is go to Credit Masters Live, put your email address in. You can set up a consultation. You can go to irvin-law.com. If you go to irvin-law.com, you can actually book your consultation right there from the law firm's page. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We're going to be back tomorrow at 5:15 Central Standard Time, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. We want you to call your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, and tell them that we're going to be live on the air, and you don't want to miss it, folks. Until tomorrow, we are out of here. Dr. Peters, I appreciate your time. Dr. Irvin, I appreciate your time. I look forward to working with you guys. I'm excited for episode 2. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the personal credit slump and how you can get out the personal credit slump and go to the next level. Until then, folks, our motto here at the Credit Masters is the results are real.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Emmanuel.